There comes a moment when you begin to hear yourself differently. Not the sound of your voice, but the meaning beneath it. The way certain words keep showing up. The way certain phrases return when pressure rises. Or your language reveals where your mind actually lives. For a long time, most of us don't notice this. We think words are just expression, a way to explain what we feel. But if you listen closely, words are also evidence that reveal what has settled inside, what you believe, what you fear, what you still haven't made peace with. I started noticing this in myself, not in the big moments, but in the quieter ones. The private conversations, the passing moments, the things I said without thinking. Sometimes the words carried steadiness, sometimes they carried tension that I hadn't yet admitted, and that was revealing. Because your words often know what your conscious mind is still trying to avoid. The things you repeat are rarely accidental. They become tracks, mental grooves, a familiar way of relating to yourself, to your life, to the future. And once a phrase settles in, it begins to shape more than conversation. It begins to shape perception. If your words are always braced, your life begins to feel braced. If your words carry pressure, your days begin to carry it too. And on the other side of that, when your words begin to soften into truth, something inside of you softens too. Not because words are magical, but because words reveal orientation. They show you where your attention is resting, where your identity is settling. The way you speak about your life is often the way you are living it. I think that's why certain sentences stay with us for years, not because they were dramatic, but because they named something we already knew. A truth that had been there waiting for language. And once it had language, it had shape. That's what I've come to respect. The quiet responsibility of listening to the words I use most often, to understand them, to ask, what is this sentence telling me about where I actually am? Or what am I reinforcing without realizing it? What am I carrying forward every time I repeat this? Because repetition becomes reality. It's not instantly, but gradually, subtly. A sentence repeated enough times stops sounding like language, and it starts sounding like identity. And that's why reflection matters, not on what happened, but on how you are describing what happened. Because in that description, you'll often find the deeper truth, the truth beneath the event, the meaning you assign to it, the story you've been rehearsing. And once you hear that story clearly, you have a choice. Continue repeating it, or choose words that reflect the person you are becoming. And that's alignment. It allows your language to catch up to your truth. The more honest the words become, the lighter they feel, not because they matter less, but because they finally fit. And when your words begin to fit, your life begins to feel less fragmented, more whole, coherent, more yours. And that's the real weight of your words. They don't just describe your inner world, they reveal it. And if you're willing to listen, they can help you reshape it. Your destiny is waiting.